this spirituality retreat bonfire ceremony for the solar eclipse and this new moon in Cancer, and it's the first day of the summer solstice. So I was really guided to wear my yellow scarf representing this joy that we're attracting, this new happiness, these new beginnings that are here for us. But this is about giving into our emotional fulfillment. What truly makes you happy? Have faith that you can have it and go after it. Don't repress these emotions. Don't run away from them, but confront them, heal them, and just accept them, because that's part of self-love, that's part of self-esteem, and that's part of surrendering to the divine and to what we feel inside. You know, this is truly a time of these deep feels coming up to the surface. I can tell you firsthand in my life, a lot of emotions have been coming up, but I've already grown wise to accept them, right? And just ask the divine, why is this coming up? What are you trying to tell me? How can I change this? And what is the blessing in this situation? And miracles always show up after that. After that, I tell the story that I'm telling in my head, and all of a sudden all is well, and I can see the bright side of life, of my life, and of the life of others. And this is the reason why I'm here today, is to share this light with you, help you to see the bright side of life, because it's there for us. And today I really want to make it more of a healing session for us. You know, I really did a deep astrology talk in this weekly astrology, and I don't want to repeat the whole entire thing basically, but it's like an hour. You get access to the full video as part of your membership of the Spiritual Counseling TV network, so I really suggest that you take a look at it. And also my program, which is a 10-week intensive soul coaching program, which is therapy videos, helping you to reach this new reinvention, this new you. It's called A New You. And this program has been really helpful for many of my clients, and they've been able to transform, and now they're sitting in a place where they're now ready to attract this abundance. Because if you're not ready, how can the divine deliver? You see, you need to be truly open in your heart chakra, receptive to love, and that's what that program helps you to do. It really helps you to delve deep into these psych issues that are buried within the subconscious, that are actually blocking your happiness and your love life. And we want to be clear, right? We want to clear the pathway, and that's what last lunar eclipse ceremony was mostly about, releasing the past baggages. This solar eclipse ceremony is mostly about now celebrating and welcoming these new beginnings through final healing. So this is why this session, I'm going to make it mostly with the sound bowl healing session. That's what we're mostly going to do today. And just talk a little bit of what I'm feeling for the energies, because all the astrology is already on my membership page, okay? So let us just get comfortable and enjoy the fresh air, because this is what we're learning as well. Enjoying the present moment. And this is what we're being asked of the divine, is can you just sit still and enjoy this fresh air? Like, just stop thinking, stop doing, and just be. And that's what Osho teaches us, right? The key to living is in our breath, but mostly in the gap of our breath. So in between the inhale and the exhale, that's where stillness speaks. And that's the next book that we're actually going to be discussing on my spiritual book club. Stillness Speaks by Eckhart Tolle. It's an amazing new book that I got. I hadn't even known that he wrote that book, and I discovered it a few months back. And I was like, I really have to get a hold of that book, because I thought that Eckhart Tolle only wrote those 2 other books. But I'm definitely, and I got it Spanish and English. So once I finish the other books in Spanish, I'll also be doing that one in Spanish. So I'm so excited with all the new expansions that I've been guided to make on my journey. And I feel like that's what I need to talk about right now, so that you guys can kind of, maybe you're going to resonate with this energy. So I'm drinking like my hot cocoa with some almond milk. It's kind of like windy and chilly tonight, so I'm really glad that I'm here outside in nature. You know, I recreated this garden of mine and made it more enchanted. I redecorated my patio, and I made a lot of changes to my studio as well. So I'll be giving you lots of different rooms where I will be doing my videos and the classes at the Spiritual Book Club and at the School of Light and all the programs that I do in my classroom. So it's a lot of things that I'm so excited to offer to you all because of all of this knowledge that I've attained over my past over 10 years in psychology and my own experience and my spiritual journey. And of course, we're always still learning, and I'm still learning as well. But I am glad to share my journey with you because that's what a warrior of light does. A warrior of light is not afraid to share their journey in the actual journey. They don't wait till they get to the destination to share it, because then the people will not resonate with them. They're going to be too high, too enlightened, and the people will not resonate with them. They're not gonna, feel like they can be down to earth with them. And that's where I'm at right now in my personal life. I feel like I'm very down to earth right now, but I'm also, approaching that super enlightenment phase, because that's where I'm headed towards. Every day I wake up and I feel more wiser. Lots of angels have been around me very much lately. I can see them, I can feel them, and they speak through me. I'm very protected, as you can hear those sirens in the background. I always take that as a sign when I'm doing videos that that's a good sign of protection and being guided on the right path. And with that airplane that we hear in the background, that has to do with travel. I've been hearing a lot of airplanes lately, but I resonate that with our future being headed towards this new horizon, this new adventure. And this is what we are to embrace and open ourselves up, okay? Because there's magic in these new beginnings. These little fairies here all around us. And you know what? Actually, I'm going to also be taking out my spirit animal book. I've been really connecting to spirit animals lately. They've really been coming to me, and I've been getting messages through them. So I really want to do like a shamanic journey with the healing sound bowl. So I want you to connect with your spirit animal, and I have a recorded shamanic journey on my Sacred Woman Healing Circle program. So if you want to be a part of that program, make sure you purchase it so that you can get access to all the new things that I've been doing there, all the meditations, all the teachings on sacredness for your man or yourself as a woman, or the man's as well. Is a great program because you can learn how to care for your woman and how to get sacred back again likewise. And also in my health and wellness program, I've been doing these intuitive meditations, follow along. So I feel like they're very good because they're visualizations and it's very intuitive. So whatever comes up, whatever we are to connect with in that session, has been very powerful lately. It's been really helping me to heal, connect more with myself, my higher self, with spirit. And it's just been grounding me more as well, because I feel like with all these messages that I've been channeling lately, it's been taking a toll on me energetically. And I've been needing to take a step back to myself and just rest. Like, yesterday, on Monday this week, I basically spent like the whole day in silence, outside in nature, and just, I was doing a lot of behind the scenes work on my computer, but nevertheless, I was very, very connected with spirit. And on Saturday as well, I took it outside, did the herbology classes that will be outdoors in my garden, and they're very fun. So you want to make sure you're part of that program. You can actually purchase the master course separately, or you can just purchase the entire health and wellness program and you get access to that course as well. So it's very, very amazing, very healing as well, holistic wellness, helping you to spiritually align mind, body, and spirit, because that's what we're being guided to do this summer, especially. Summer's gonna go by quick, remember that. This year has been flowing by. And to give perspective on this entire year, it's been quite a year. And it's been quite a year of changes, transition, and I feel like it's taken a toll on a lot of us. We've been leaving a lot of stuff behind, and it's kind of making us feel a little flimsy, like a little unstable, but we're finally getting a hold of our life and finding that stability. Okay, it's like when you're on a seesaw, it takes a while for it to finally stay still, and that's where we're at right now. We're needing to find that final balance so that we can just stay still. Balance between work and play, balance between family and love, balance between family and self, and balance between the world and yourself, your connection with spirit. So there's a whole bunch of things that we need to balance out in our lives collectively, and that's what the world's also doing, right? I feel like everything that's been happening worldwide, it's just a recalibration. Okay, think of it like an earthquake, right? Our world has been shaken up energetically, and it has affected our physical world, our lifestyle, our routine, the way that we interact with each other, right? And now it's like it's getting back to that groove. We're finding this new way of living that's more healthy, but still producive and conductive to growth, right? As humanity, as a species, as a soul, because this is our mission, soul evolution through transcendence. And all of this happens as we awaken spiritually. I've really been getting the message. I've been doing a lot of readings lately, especially for the members only at the Spiritual Counseling TV network. We now have the weekly tarot. We have the weekly twin flame reading as well. And the love show in Spanish now. Third season for the love show in English will begin in autumn season, so like late October or early October, one of those days. And the members only horoscope for each zodiac sign will also be in Spanish, but I've been doing also those other two readings. Those are for English only. And of course, your daily morning messages that I've been doing. I do a reading every morning with those two cards of mine that I created, the spiritual guidance cards and the affirmation cards, and they give us a lot of messages. And that has been the theme for this week, okay? It's really about honoring our sensitivity and finding this middle ground in life, okay? It's not all about reaching the top of the mountain success-wise, but yes, spiritually wise, because that's when we reach enlightenment. And I feel like that's where the world's waking up. You see, I had something in my eye, like my hair, and I feel like that was a sign that a lot of the collective has not been really seeing clearly. Third eye has been very blurry for a lot of the collective, and it's caused confusion, and it's called reckless mistakes, right? And unalignment, basically. And I feel like the more that humanity is purifying through purging, we're gonna reach a new state as a whole, okay? And that's what the age of Aquarius is really about. It's about this new age, right? Reaching this new earth, and it begins with ourselves, right? Because each component of the bigger picture is what makes the bigger picture, and we each are a component. So we each need to individually focus on our inner healing so that the world can benefit, because we're part of that world. We're part of the collective. And that's how it works. That's how we contribute to unconditional love and world peace. And that's where we're, being asked to please practice more compassion with others, with yourself. Practice more patience with yourself and with others. And practice more kindness to the world, because this is what's going to bridge us all together, okay? And this is also the time of bridging the light and the dark. So you saw those turn off because I have the other light on. Bridging the light and the dark, because through the dark night of our soul, we transcend and come the other side lighter than ever, you see, because the dark night of the soul, which is where most of the collective really is at right now, who have just awakened, they're really doing a deep cleaning of their soul. And that's what needs to be done for you to reach the light, because if not, the light will not be seen. It's kind of like, think of a light bulb that's dirty. You're not going to be clearly able to shine a bright light because it's dusty. And that's what the dark night of the soul does. It really clears all the dust so that you can clearly see through this crystal ball. And I just noticed actually that this is kind of like a crystal ball, and this is my fairy here. So let us see what my fairy has to say, because this is a good practice that you can do at home. Just staring at the crystal ball and see what it tells you. And I see a lot of shattered pieces of glass, and this is the shattering of our ego, right? The false illusion of our old life being crumbled down to pieces, our home dynamics that were not really built off sturdy foundations or the right reasons, right? It's like kind of like getting married for the wrong reasons, or getting into a relationship for the wrong reasons, or taking a job for the wrong reasons, like just for the money but not really makes you happy. Things like that. All of that needs to go, because look at this butterfly on top of this shattered crystal ball. This is the caterpillar morphing into a butterfly. The ultimate transformation, and that's what my program is based on, right? A new you. I was really channeling butterfly when I created that program. And I'm doing it in Spanish now for any of you Spanish speakers, so you can really recommend it for anyone who speaks Spanish. And I see a lot of elf, you know, we are in Gemini, a lot of Gemini in the air, still in Gemini season. But it's going to enter Cancer season actually, you know, tonight, right? So I feel like this rediscovering of the truth that we had done in Gemini season, because Gemini is very intellectual, very truth seekers, spiritual seekers, and they usually get to the truth. They know a lot, okay? They're very wise souls. Elves are really wise souls. That's an elemental that I teach in my upcoming fairy workshop that I will be having soon. Because I've been really guided to do that workshop, and I just remembered of it, but I was guided to do it last year, but I didn't really have time to do it. So maybe sometime this year I'll pick a weekend and I'll do it, so you guys can sign up ahead of time and we can take a look at that. And I was also going to be doing a spirit animal one, and I feel like I want to do that one too, because I'm really excited to learn even more about spirit animals. So let's see. Okay, my soul family, so I brought a few things to play because I was being guided to, now let's do some of the healing. Okay, so the first part being that it is a new moon, the beginning of summer solstice, this is about setting our intentions. So it's important that we set our intentions right now before we get deeper into the energies. I'm going to be doing a spiritual reading right now with my Reiki cards, and I guess hearts, right? And my chakra cards, and I will be pulling out one spirit animal to talk about today randomly. And so let us begin with the healing. Okay, so first off, I want you to envision this blue bottle. This is a blue bottle where you're going to put all your dreams that you desire for this new moon cycle up until the next lunar eclipse, which is going to be a full moon in Capricorn. This is your time to dream big, because all is possible if you just believe. So let us close our eyes and let us do this right now. I'm going to be clearing the space right now from any negative thoughts, any negative thinking, any negative turmoil within your aura. Let it be gone. We are all safe and protected, and all is well. No need to worry, okay, unnecessarily. So now spend 20 seconds and envision what it is that you want for love, for your career, for your stability, for your health, for your overall happiness. Close your eyes and do it now. So I felt a fresh breeze of air around me right now. This is really good. Angels all around us hearing our prayers, and they're going to deliver. But you need to be open to receive, okay? And just be patient, but be ready. So wait ready, basically, okay? Don't just think that because it's not there yet, and you don't need to be ready. It's kind of like, you know, let's say a date's gonna pick you up for a date, right? You need to be ready, right? Let us say he's running a little late. Doesn't mean that you're gonna just put on your pajamas and then wait till he gets there to put on back your gown, right? You need to stay on your gown because he can show up any minute, right? He just got a little caught up on the road. There was a little traffic, a little incident, but he's okay and he's coming, he's on the way. And that's how we need to see these dreams, okay? So interesting metaphor, right? Because I really feel like this is a lot of spiritual love in the air. That's what my sacred prayer service is going to be about. Continuing to remove any blockages and learning more about the spiritual love dynamic so that we can welcome in these twin flame unions. That is a sacred love, okay? These sacred unions are coming closer and closer together. It's really beautiful energy. So let me send you some Reiki healing right now with this selenite crystal wand, to open up your heart, clear all wounds from the past, any insecurities, any little just blips in your heart that are causing you a little bit of uneasiness. Let it be gone and let you just be in peace. because you deserve happiness. You deserve healing and wellness. Namaste. Beautiful. All right, so let us do a few mantras. Actually, I really feel like we should do mantras. Let's see. Okay, let us do the cleansing mantra that I have in my head. So just listen and receive this good energy. I'm just gonna do a few. Let us see how much I want to do. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam. Hold on. Fix that and turn this back on. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Mukshijamantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suvanim Pustivatanam Urvarokarami Vavantanam Mitriyam Oxygen mantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suni Pustivatanam. Urvaru Karamiva Vanchanam Triya Oxygen mantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suni Pustivatanam. Urvaru Karamiva Vanchanam Triya Oxygen mantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suni Pustivatanam. Urvaru Karamiva Vanchanam Triya Oxygen mantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suni Pustivatanam. Urvaru Karamiva Vanchanam Triya Oxygen mantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suni Pustivatanam. Urvaru Karamiva Vanchanam Triya Oxygen mantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suni Pustivatanam. Urvaru Karamiva Vanchanam Triya Oxygen mantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suni Pustivatanam. Urvaru Karamiva Vanchanam Triya Oxygen mantra. Om Trayambakam Yame Suni Pustivatanam Triya Oxygen mantra. Trayambakam Yame Suni Pustivatanam. Urvaru Karamiva Vanchanam Triya Oxygen mantra. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavatu. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavatu. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavatu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Okay, so I got a lot of messages right now. Okay, I know it's been a struggle, everybody. Spiritually, internally, I can feel it. Okay, it's been a struggle to stay in the light because we feel like a lot of forces have been against us. But these blockages are just redirections. Okay, every time I reinterpret any blockage in my life, I see how I was wrong, or I see how there's a better way, right? And this is where we need to have more faith. That's what the divine is here to tell us. The Palladians as well are always here looking out for us. I've really been channeling a lot of cosmic wisdom lately. The Palladians, spaceships, I've been hearing as well. You know, last night actually, I didn't go to sleep until 4:30 in the morning. At 4:05 a.m., this was Monday morning, should I say, Monday night until Tuesday morning. 4:05 a.m. I got a message from the cosmos, and I'm being guided as well to now I'm going to be channeling these random messages, private only, for the School of Light members, which is part of the membership program. In my Cosmic Consciousness show, I actually redid the stage for it, and it's going to be a very cool background, very spacey, right? Because there's a lot that wants to come through and shared with the collective. But this is only for the people who are willing to listen, who are open-minded, and who understand the bigger picture. That's where we're going to be going deep within, because ever since class 3 or 4 on my Lightworker University class 3, I really went deep into the cosmic wisdom, and that's where we're being called to kind of wake up again and reconnect with. And I've been, you know, kind of attracting a lot of star seeds into my life, and older women as well. The elderly are very awakened to the higher beings, and this is something that we need to listen to, and we really need to open up our mind about, and just be open-minded, okay? Not judge what's coming through, because a lot of these energies, a lot of spirit guides right now are here, the elders, very much these ancient spirit guides that haven't been around for long. But they're coming here today because there's a tough message that the collective needs to hear. And that's wake up. What are you doing with your life? Why are you wasting it? Why are you giving into the media's illusions? This box that is fake. The truth is within. This is why I created the Spiritual Counseling TV network, okay? It's not your normal TV network, and there's a lot of other spiritual TV networks out there that this is where we need to get our information from, right? Not you know, the other side of things. And you know, that's where a little bit of these higher beings right now, the spirit guides right here with me, are a little bit upset with where the world's going at, right? Because they've paved the way for so long. You know, think back in Jesus' time, ever since John the Baptist specifically, he set the way for Jesus, okay? And He came here to role model for us what unconditional love was. Yet what did people do? They spit on his face. And that's sad and so disrespectful. But that's where a lot of people are at right now without literally doing that, you see. They're mocking the God because of their actions, because actions always speak louder than words. And when you're awakened on this journey, you can't like go back to sleep and go back to your old life. It doesn't work that way. Once your light is out, you need to put in the work to actually light it back up, right? Or if you've been off all the time, you need to turn on the light and see the truth. And what's this truth that's being highlighted to us? That through faith we can conquer all. Through faith we can experience miracles. Through faith we can heal the world, ourselves. So please wake up, people, and listen. Just listen. Give it a chance, because a lot of people think that, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you all, you know, okay, to be honest, I need to share this because the divine wants me to actually explain this, okay? And I kind of don't feel comfortable sharing my personal life, but I feel like it's for a reason, because there's a metaphor behind this. Okay, I'm 31 years old, right? My entire 20s, I've always been around the media. Maybe you all don't recognize me or know me because, you know, it's not like I was, you know, one of the top people known. But I was always wanting to fit into that false world, right? That fake world. And, you know, deep down within, I always knew I had a purpose, and that hasn't changed. It's just the way that the divine wants me to deliver my gifts and talents to the world that's changed. My deeper purpose behind it. No longer is it self-serving or competitive towards others, because we're all one, we're all brothers and sisters. And being that I was always in this world, it brought out the worst in me within my self-esteem and the way that I kind of just treated my body, you see, even in the way, you know, like I was always in the fitness world, to be honest, okay, and my love for fitness hasn't changed, but it's how I approach it and see it as a part of my life now. So I would always just kind of do whatever it takes to be recognized, right? Not in the like a damaging way, but even just as simple as like taking these pre-workouts that are made of junk, right, and that are made of actually very harmful chemicals for your body that not only spiritually unalign you, but they actually can cause harm, right? They can cause death as well. And, you know, doing that and just being around that environment, okay, because a lot of those people, I'm not saying everybody, but when you're in that mentality of, how do I explain this? Okay. It's the intention behind it, okay? Because if your intention behind, I'm using this world as an example, but it can be used as another world, right? Like the financial world or whatever, the Hollywood world, right? Every world has their own little like stigma, right? And their own shadow side and the light side of it, right? So I guess when it comes to the fitness world, of course there's a light side to it, which that's the side that I'm on right now. And that's the side that originally sparked my love for fitness. It was just feeling good, right? Making me feel more young and just more vitality and movement, right? That was my initial reason. But down the years, I have to be honest, it did get unhealthy for me, because I was losing touch with what originally gave it joy for me, right? Just being in fitness, not needing to compete necessarily in a way that was going to damage my self-esteem. So if you lose at something, it's not supposed to hurt your self-esteem, because, you know, who's judging you anyways, right? And of course it's good to have this competitive drive in your life. And I'm not saying that I would never compete again, because that's just a sport, right? But it's the mentality that it's a sport and not taking it to heart, right? Because that's where the damage comes in. Or the damage of using it for more of the lust carnal side, which I would see a lot of people do. I was never one of those, but it was a lot prominent in that world because it wasn't used wisely, right? The energy of it and the sexuality that is all over the media, it's kind of being distorted, and what's that word, when women are degraded because of their sexuality rather than embodying your sacred sexuality, which is very different. It's in the energy and it's in the way that you just conduct yourself and even dress, right? And that was always something huge for me to kind of like let go. I'm a very sensual person and I dress how I want, but I know that when it comes to the world and how you portray yourself to the world, you need to be careful, because the way that you dress really does define you a lot by how you're seen by the world, right? Unfortunately. And the reason why I'm getting to all of this is why, God? Because this is this new perspective on life. It's like choosing the higher road, right? In all areas of our life. Making sure that you're in it for the right reasons, right? Not just for the image that perhaps you want to be seen as fit. Let us say, there's a lot of people, for example, that jump into the fitness world just because they want to be seen a certain way, but deep down they really hate fitness, right? They don't like working out. So that really says, why are you in that in the first place? Like, I don't have to have someone watch me work out for me to enjoy my workout. You understand? So that's kind of a metaphor as to where I'm getting at. Kind of like not needing the approval of other people, or not needing even that recognition of what you do behind the scenes, because at the end of the day, it's seen by God. So when it comes to being of the light, you are good. Decide to be good. That was actually a message that came out in the daily messages this week. Decide to be good is like that wheel of karma. You do good not because people are watching you, but because you internally have a relationship with God and you see yourself, right? You're honest with yourself and you want to hold yourself accountable, not because anyone else is holding you accountable. Not even God for that matter. You be good because you're a good human being, a good soul, right? And that's how it comes easy into transmuting our darkest temptations or impulsions or thoughts into light and healing and love. So this is kind of a tough message from these ancestors right now, right? It's like, collective, please get in touch with the true core of who you really are. Remember who you are. We've been here for many lifetimes, okay? But I'm also been getting a lot of like dinosaur age, right? And obviously there were no humans in that time. And that time is kind of like, we need to learn from that time, because what did the dinosaurs do back then? They were just there, right? They were just being. It's kind of like, I was thinking a lot about this. It's like if you have a pet, right? A little dog, a little puppy, or a cat, or a bird. I was even really tuning in with birds this week, like hummingbirds. Okay, I was even kind of like researching, how do I attract a hummingbird into my garden? Because I want to connect with animals, right? And as I was getting these animals, these plants, they don't have any purpose really to do but just to be, right? They don't have to worry about the image, about society, about competing, about wanting to be seen as the best, because then that's the ego, right? Even when it comes to spiritual jobs, there's a lot of people in the spiritual community that, they're in there for the right reasons, but then it gets to their head, right? I want to be the best spiritual teacher. I want to be the best one known at this. And then that's the ego speaking. Because now you're not really letting yourself be. Are you just doing good? Even if you don't have anybody, a lot of people behind you, basically. I was even really humbled as well. I mean, this is my nature. I'm a very humble person, to be honest. But like, I was kind of talking to God the other day, because I wish that more people would kind of just hear what I have to say when it comes to these messages. But I've always innately just had this dream that I just want like a little soul tribe, a secret society that I can have and guide towards the right path. Like Jesus had his disciples, And what did he have? He only had like a few disciples, right? Like 12 disciples. But guess what? A lot of them betrayed him, right? And that kind of also kind of like, at least me being a Taurus, that's one of the Taurus issues, a lot of trust issues for Taurus. So for any of you Taurus out there, you probably resonate with where I'm at. I've really been having a lot of trust issues with who to let into my life. And we need to let that go, okay? And a lot of people also experiencing this in different ways, right? When it comes to love, that really came out channeled in the love show that I did in Spanish. So I'm kind of like reframing for you guys what was said. And it's time for sacred love, right? It's not time for BS anymore, for falseness, for fake love. Let that go, because that's not going to bring you anything but heartache and destruction. So that's a long message for today. You know, I know it was a little all over the place, but the divine, he's really here to tell you the main message of the day is to have faith. And if you don't have faith in your life, if you don't believe in anything, then begin now, because that's going to be your way out. That's going to save your life, okay? And that's it for today. I'm closing with that message. Now we're going to get to the reading and we'll do a little healing sound session. I want to pick a spirit animal right now. Okay, the jaguar. Wow. Haven't seen this one in a while. The jaguar. Wow, okay. Definitely resonates with the message. So let me finish my milk real quick. That's some good almond milk. Okay, so I really like the message for the jaguar today. It's about will. So we all have free will, but use it wisely. Honesty, be honest with yourself. And guardian, we're surrounded by our guardian angels. And I feel like the jaguar spirit animal is really coming through to tell us that they're also working to guard us, okay, from any darkness, from any, you know, anything that's not of light. It says, to find the truth, you must be open to all possibilities. You will find it in the great unknown. Wow, that's delving deep into the psyche, right? And that's a lot of what I do in my mindset talks. And that's where we talk about this, all this ancient wisdom in the School of Light. We delve into the unknown to discover these true, deep spiritual truths. Ancient wisdom. Now, the Black Panther is part of the species of the jaguar. Wow, so they're actually very connected to the Mayans. And if you all don't know, you know, the Mayans have a separate calendar, and we're actually at the end of the Mayan calendar. So this is something huge, because this is truly another new beginning. I know we had a new beginning in April, right, in the spring equinox, when it was the beginning of the Chinese New Year, right? Not the Chinese New Year, it was the it was a calendar. It was the beginning astrologically of the astrologically new year, right? Because Aries is the first sign of the year, zodiac wise. Now we're in the Mayan calendar. This is the end of this year calendar, and we're in a new year in the Mayan calendar. So this is also significant why we're going to be experiencing a lot of newness in our life. So like in my life, for example, I've completely kind of like turned my world upside down and reestablished, refurnished, redecorated things, reorganized my schedule, my routine for work, for you guys, the shows, family time, incorporating more balance into my life so that I can have my weekends off and actually have a more healthy life, right? It's not all work all the time. So it's taken a lot from me as well to be more open to this and let go of my own control issues, as we all have, right? Every time that we're in a comfort zone, we're like hamster wheels endlessly on that cycle. But sometimes the divine is kind of like trying to tell us, stop for a minute, I'm going to show you a better way. That's where we need to open ourselves up. So call in the guardian, the jaguar, for moving through the world without fear, achieving the highest form of integrity and strong leadership. Wow. So this awareness from the jaguar, If the Jaguar comes into your life, face your fears and find freedom in acceptance. This is perfect. Look beyond the simple view for information. This is about going deep within. My School of Light has all that information for you, I promise. Take your spiritual path seriously and embrace your power. This is the third eye awakening. I've been really tuning in with my spiritual eye. I've even been like caressing my spiritual eye because I feel like it's really been activated this week and even last week. And I'm seeing things much more clearly. And I feel like if you're not there yet, then kind of like heal with me so you can get there, right? Join my meditation series in my health and wellness program. My Sacred Woman has been really helpful. I can't tell you how good it is. This is my second time doing it, and I'm going to be doing it a third round in Spanish. And I'm going to be doing it a fourth round again for myself, and then a fifth round I want to do it in person. So I'm going to be doing that for life. I really love that program. The mineral, the crystal that can really help us through this time is the jade, which is for the heart chakra. And it's the earth element, right? It's about connecting to Mother Gaia. And some magic and mystery from the Jaguar is that the Jaguar has binocular vision. How appropriate. This is about seeing through our true spiritual eye. That's our true vision, seeing behind the veil of the physical vision, you see? Meaning, each eye works independently. Okay, this gives us enhanced depth perception. Jaguar will dangle its tail in the water like a lure to attract fish. This is about the temptations that we're needing to resist, right? Support me to be the conqueror of fear. Let us read a little bit about the Jaguar. Let us just go for it. Why not? Jaguar is a large wild cat. And cats are a lot associated with the Egyptian royalty. So this is a good message for us because cats are very intuitive. So this is what we're tuning into, right? That keen vision of seeing the real truth that's being buried behind lots of coffins and cave rocks and hieroglyphics, right? Going into the pyramids, going into those caves and hearing the truth, because a lot of it has been erased, right? But even just being in there, in those places, you can feel the energy and you can download those frequencies, right? It's kind of like those movies, like the superhero movies, like when you enter a cave and you just feel what it's trying to tell you, right? It like speaks to you. And that's kind of like what we're getting at. It's the third largest cat in the world behind the lion and the tiger. It has a stunning orange-yellow coat with spots that stand out that are unlike the spots of any other animal. The Black Panther is a jaguar with the distinction of the color of its coat. It is believed that jaguar crossed the Bering Strait from Asia to North America 1.5 million years ago. It has no predators except humans, and it has an advantage over us because of being able to see in the dark 6 times better than we do. This is about seeing through the darkness that we're all in right now in the world, because you can see in the dark, you see? This is illuminating the dark, just like I'm doing right now with this light. It's much brighter than last time, right? Because I found better lighting. And this is because the light is shining through. It's coming to tell us that, hello, come this way. This is the way, okay? Native Americans term the jaguar he who kills with one leap, since it often hides in a tree while preparing to ambush its prey. Because it is at the top of the food chain, jaguar represents the conquering of fears. It's about conquering the fears of the dark and the ability to walk the world with confidence like a leader. That was last week's message, it was how to be a leader of your own life. So that message is really coming through again because it was the week of the lunar eclipse when I said that. Jaguar attacks the heads of its prey. So this is about conquering anything trying to block you or come against you. Have no fear because it's really an illusion. It's kind of like when you see it for what it is, an illusion, it just dissolves. See it dissolve in your face. Use that power of visualization to dissolve your fears, because those are just entities that are created within your own mind. Okay, it's not really real. Remember that. Your thoughts are not always real. Not all thoughts are real. So that gives you freedom to think, right? Because also not all thoughts manifest. We have like over 4,000 thoughts a day. Can you imagine if everything manifested? That would be a world really weird, right? And unstable. It's impossible. Only the true ones, deep in your soul, you know the truth. Those are the ones that manifest. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's psychology studies right there. Jaguar attacks the heads of its prey, which fuels the theory that Jaguar understands the detrimental aspects of the mind. This is about mental health issues as well. Don't let these fears get the best of you, because that's when it becomes a problem. And I did a live video last weekend, so really watch that video. It's called Faith, actually. And I really think it's in alignment with these energies for this solar eclipse. It was on Instagram Live, so it's only there, okay? So make sure you watch and you follow me. This tactic reminds us that we have a tendency to be too much in our heads. Wow, just what I said. The Mayans see Jaguar as a totem of Hozanek, the god of the southern sky, who would enter the dreams of the community's leaders to be sure that they were telling the truth to their people. In the lower Americas, Jaguar is seen as a god that inhabits the underworld and is called the night sun. The spots of Jaguar are seen as stars that empower it to overcome darkness. In the Mayan ruins of the Pantheon, Jaguar is only second to the revered feathered snake. A Jaguar priest is the most powerful of all the Mayan priests. Jaguar protects the shaman from evil and negativity. It moves through the dimensions of the spirit world without being detected, thus able to be a guide to the mysterious. So they will protect you spiritually. This power animal has the ability to clear fear, wow, and make it possible to trust the universe again. You see, this is about us trusting. Have more faith in your spirit guides, in your spirit animals, in the divine, in your angels, in your ancestors, all around us. Anyone going through a spiritual awakening may ask to be accompanied by Jaguar, who is masterful at supporting us in the opening up of the gifts of clairaudience and clairvoyance. Wow. This is a big reason why shamans choose to merge with them energetically. To Jaguar, truth and integrity are non-negotiable. And that's where we're after, right? Anything less or not of truth does not work in our aura anymore, in our life, right? It's like a big no-no. It's like, it doesn't fit. It just doesn't resonate with us anymore. We are of integrity, so we expect those around us to be integrity too. So it will remove itself from any situation that it feels is not aligned with truth and disappear into the deepest jungle. A good power animal for healers, Jaguar has a mirroring area behind its retina that can enable a shaman to perceive disease and remove unwanted energy and attachments. Shape-shifting into Jaguar can be a powerful medicine. Black Panther is surrounded by mystery and is a symbol of feminine energy. It holds the essence of the goddess, which is passion, fertility, and the awakening of the Kundalini that spells the death of the old self and the birth of the new self. Wow, this is like the energy, you see? And the moment of arrival in our full strength and powers. If you're in the dark night of the soul, Jaguar reminds you not to resist the process of finding the spiritual riches within you. The destination is a place of human love. That's where we're heading towards. That's where we're being asked to go. Even when we feel emotionally remote, Jaguar helps us to assimilate wisdom. Jaguar supports us in developing clarity. With the integration of universal knowledge, we can have those aha moments as the answers drop in and our insight glows. These are the revelations that are coming to us. How appropriate. I'm just amazed because I never read this spiritual animal. How appropriate with everything that I just mentioned. That's like amazing. So I'm going to put this here because I want to ask the divine to illuminate us with a Reiki card. First, I want to know a chakra card. What we can work on healing this new moon cycle. And then I'll be asking a Reiki card, and then I'll do some sound healing, and we will be done with today's retreat. So it's a lot of energies today, but it's really good positive energy. Lots of solar plexus as well. This confidence, right? This will to go on the right path. Choose the life path that you want to go on and go willingly. Don't wait. And of course, we got the solar plexus. I saw I wasn't looking. This is our affirmations for this new moon cycle. For power, self-esteem, and strength. I will, I can, I think, and I act. And this is about following your gut feeling. That's what's going to guide you towards truth, health, emotional health, and stability. Wow. And let us get a Reiki card. I really like these Reiki cards. Actually, my mom got me these cards and they have been amazing. They're very healing. Well, definitely at the top we got to feel grateful, and these are these sunflowers. I actually am planting some sunflowers in my garden, so you'll see them soon. And I really was channeling a lot of sunny energy, right? To help us lead happy, contented, fulfilled lives. It's important to distinguish between our wants and our needs, and to recognize and appreciate what we already have. You see, it's not about envying what other people have or feeling a lack, but it's about already feeling abundant in what you already have and seeing a new perspective. You see, like for example, the way that I'm redecorating basically my studio apartment, instead of thinking that I need more, I just redo it and it feels like it's already new, something like that. Okay. And when it comes to love as well, this could be about resparking the fire and the passion in your relationship, rather than needing to seek out another partner. If that's your true love, why would you do that? You see, unless it's not a true love. Okay, so, and this is about establishing your needs. Emotional needs are serious, right? It's not about just wanting the stability, but you actually need to be fulfilled deeply within your soul as well in a love partnership for it to be healthy, right? So some people seem to feel grateful more than others, and those people also tend to be happier, more helpful, and forgiving, and less depressed than their grateful counterparts. And I feel like this is a collective message. A lot of the collective is feeling depressed because they think they don't have enough, but we have a lot already. This is about conscious choice, conscious living, and cosmic awareness. So really make sure you take a look at my Cosmic Consciousness show. Those first 3 episodes that I channeled, they were random, okay, but a lot came through there. A lot of messages as to why we're here, what we need to do while we're here, and what's the future, right? That's kind of like what was channeled there. So anger, this is about triggers, is usually tied to responses in the past that are of little use to us as we grow personally and spiritually. And it is generally triggered when someone or something fails to meet our expectations. Or sometimes, even more important, when we don't come up to our own expectations. However, although it may feel uncomfortable to realize it, anger is a conscious choice and is often just a habitual reaction to a given set of circumstances. So we can choose not to be angry just for today. How appropriate, right? So that is the energy. It's about not reacting with anger, but stepping back and asking the divine, why am I being triggered? Is there something that I'm projecting onto that other person, or they're projecting onto me, or something that needs to be healed that has been buried subconsciously within? What's triggering me and why? That's your task, your question. Okay, so I'm gonna put everything away and we're gonna end with a little bit of a sound bowl healing session, and then we're gonna get started with the sacred prayer circle. Okay, my soul family, so I was actually guided to bring out more crystals, lots of yellow and tiger's eye, yellow citrine crystals to help to boost our solar plexus and our confidence in life. Let us use this while we just close our eyes and just go on a little journey, okay? Go on a little spirit journey and just listen, okay, to whatever is going through your head. So I need to put this right here. fear, okay? Have confidence in yourself and in God. Trust yourself. You can do this. You can do what the divine has given you as an assignment to do. And you can come out the other side stronger for whatever it is you're going through, either mentally, spiritually, or emotionally. You got this, okay? And just keep spinning the wheels of ascension until you get to the top. This is about keep doing our spiritual healing work, our mission work, until the divine says that it's time to stop, which will probably be at the end of your journey, right? So this is about staying diligent and enjoying the journey. I got that message before as we were doing the mantras, and it's not about trying to rush your life or what you do on a daily basis, but find joy in what you're doing, okay? And I know that you guys might be tired. I feel like the collective of light workers is really tired, very exhausted, especially with kind of feeling like they're not getting return, but spiritually you're getting riches. And that's what it's really about, right? That's the test of the divine. It's about being rich spiritually. Wow. And there might be little glitches in the road, but that's life, right? Like these little things that happen every here and there, day-to-day life. Don't let that get to you. That's silly. That's just happens to everybody. But focus on the bigger picture. And that's where you're heading towards, because I feel like dreams are coming true. Sacred unions are coming. And we just need to trust in this transformation process that we're all in. We have all of spirit and nature's help with us, guarding us to the light. So keep being that gold star that you are, because you have that Midas touch right now to manifest your dreams into reality. And don't be afraid to be loud. I feel like a lot of you people, when you get too bright, right? When the light workers shine light, people run away because it's too bright. But that doesn't mean that you need to dim your light to fit in. No, that's not why the divine created you. If the divine wanted you to be like everybody else, then he would have done so. But you're different for a reason. So keep standing out, because that's where the healing comes through, right? That's how people notice you and can learn from you. So just keep being you in whatever way that means, and don't care whatever else thinks. And especially don't let anybody try to tell you how to be or who to be or just what to say, right? Because what you say is of the divines, and that no one can mess with. So those are deep messages for today, for this solar eclipse season, for the next month, the next few weeks, should I say, but maybe for the next month, right? Until the next lunar eclipse finishes. That'll probably be like a month, right? Because every lunar cycle is about 2 weeks. So this is for the next month, this energy. Whew. And take the proper rest that you deserve, okay? I feel like that's how we're going to come our strongest. We're going to be able to communicate clearly and with joy and vitality, be able to inspire others to be the same. Have an amazing and beautiful night, everybody. Thank you for joining. Make sure you watch the second part of this bonfire ceremony, the sacred prayer circle. Namaste.